Hello, everybody. I pray that everyone is well and blessed. Today, I wanted to do a very quick video on the spiritual meaning of having or experiencing an earthquake. And I wanted to make this video because I'm here in Costa Rica, and the other day we had an earthquake. And I'm from Cali, so I'm used to earthquakes, but this one felt like, and they have, they have earthquakes frequently in Costa Rica, but this one was, I think it was a 5.2 on the Richter scale. So it was pretty strong, meaning feeling wise. And I wanted to just talk about it from a spiritual perspective because it happened at 11:11. And I love numbers, and I love finding out or deciding like what is the spiritual meaning of events for me. And at the time that it happened, I just remember being excited, like, oh, it's an earthquake, the ground is shaking, like the ground is moving, um, and so after it was over, I was sitting back thinking about it, like, I wonder why the earthquake happened. I wonder what the spiritual meaning is. And so I was thinking about like the ground shifting, like the foundation shifting in the most major way, like, basically some things need to be balanced out or repositioned. And I was thinking about what I was doing at the time the earthquake happened and who I was with, and also the time of 11:11. So it was just so many things. So I also looked on ChatGPT, and I forgot what it said, but it was very powerful because it even gave me like the shamanic interpretation of earthquakes, and it also gave the cultural interpretation, being here in Costa Rica, and in for us, like in the U.S. or whatever. I guess it's like, more fear based, like, oh my gosh, the earthquake, everything is going to collapse. But really, it was just talking about pressure building up underneath the surface that needs to be released, and so it comes up to be released. It also talked about a reminder spiritually that the earth is alive. It is a living thing, and it is just expressing itself. Um, and just, recalibration, the resetting the structure or foundation with so many different things. And so I just wanted to share that. I thought it was super cool. What are your guys' thoughts? What are your spiritual thoughts on why an earthquake happens, and especially at 11:11? Oh my gosh, that's really funny. I was just remembering too, when my husband and I got married, I told him that the ground was going to shake, like the earth was going to move or something along those lines when we got married. And sure enough, on the day that we got married that morning, there was an earthquake, and I forgot where it was, but it was like a 7.0 on the Richter scale. And so yeah, I don't know. Now that's my thing, finding out or learning what the spiritual meaning of events are, what they are to me. So that's my take on it. I always like to, when spiritual things happen, I like to stop and think about who I was with at the time, what I was thinking, and what I was doing. And so, yeah, I was just like, oh, we're about to shake stuff up. And then when I look it up, it's basically that, without the dancing. But yeah, kind of like a tower moment, in the sense of, if you look at the tower card on in tarot, it's a building that looks like it has a crack in it. There's flames. There's people falling out, jumping out, or whatever. So not that dramatic, but it's definitely the restructuring and moving of things around. So that's my take. Let me know in the comments what are yours, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye bye.